Now, listen, you guys, the dads are fighting. Now, a lot happened, you guys, when that entire thing was happening with the Transformer and Joe Budden. And I noticed somebody who decided to insert themselves in that entire conversation and who decided to insert Nicki Minaj also in that conversation. And I've been meaning to talk about it, but let us get right into it today because it is a Saturday, honey, and I've got time. I got time, cuz. Hello, tea lovers, and welcome to the tea plug. I trust you guys are doing well, and I trust you are doing great. Personally, I am doing great, you guys. I am doing extremely amazing. And without further ado, let us dive straight into today's tea. Now, one dad that has been scrambling left, right, and center is none other than Elliot Wilson. Yay! Clap hands for him. Yes, that man has been scrambling left, right, and center. You do know that he has this weird obsession with Nicki Minaj, and he's always on Nicki Minaj's case each and every single time, to the point that Nicki Minaj has had to check him. Okay. Now, one of the reasons why this man is constantly attacking and coming for Nicki Minaj is because, well, the age thing, they feel like, well, she should move out of the industry. She should give space to other, women to shine. Yeah, he is one of those people who are always on Nicki Minaj's case. And especially during the Bongo 2 and Nicki Minaj beef, when Big Foot dropped and stuff like that, he is also constantly on Jay-Z's D. So obviously he's going to be biased against Nicki Minaj, okay? But guess what? What goes around comes back around. Hey, my baby. I know I cannot sing to save the world, you guys. But Elliot Wilson right now is being age shamed by his peers as well, okay? And he's out there crying. But first of all, let us talk about the Joe Budden situation. So when the back and forth with, Cardi B and Joe Budden happened, that rant that she went on, Elliot Wilson decided to liken that entire situation with his situation when he constantly is going against Nicki Minaj. He said, the wrath of Cardi, Joe Budden, the wrath of Onika, Elliot Wilson. And I'm like, no, 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 no. Do not liken this, okay? Do not try and minimize your hating traits and make it seem like, well, it's the similar thing that Joe Budden does to the Transformer. It's absolutely different, okay? If anything, the Transformer was just ranting because, well, she knows that, well, there are people baking her. But we cannot say the same for how obsessed and how mean and how disgusting you've been towards Onika. So him trying to liken the two situations, honestly, is just him trying to minimize the struggles that Onika has faced in the industry, especially with people and men like him, okay? So it seems like a lot of people really were not feeling that, okay? Somebody said, Nick shredded you. And another person said, this is not a group project, okay? Another person also said that the big difference is Onika don't F with you. Hers wasn't a publicity stunt. And people really were not having it. Another person said, Nicki doesn't care about you. Let's be clear. And another person said, you want to be included so bad. And then, another person said, anything to put Nicki next to her. And somebody also said the whole different, these two whole different situations, okay? And honestly, these are two different situations. Nicki was calling you out on your BS, the actual BS that you've been doing over the years, because you feel like you have to inherit every beef that Jay-Z has. If somebody does not mess with Jay-Z, in comes Elliot Wilson trying to be on Jay-Z's side in that fight. I'm just like, no, man, that's not how things are supposed to work. At least if you want us to look at you as a respected hip-hop journalist, do better, Elliot Wilson. Do better, man. Okay, so people were not having that entire situation, and I found it rather odd that he found a way to insert Nicki when he's out there minding her vacation, okay, whilst taking a break from her sold-out tour. That was absolutely unnecessary, okay? But that is not all, you guys. Charlemagne, the god, dad one, came in for this other dad, and I was just watching from the sidelines. I was like, I'm gonna grab some popcorn because it's about to go down. So these guys were fighting over that entire complex ranking of the most influential hip hop media or things like that. We're sitting at number one. I think we had Academics and Joe was at number two. Kai Senat, I think, was at number 3. And then at number 4, we had Charlemagne. Number 5, we had Elliot Wilson, okay? So this dad, Charlemagne, felt like this other dad, Elliot Wilson, does not deserve to be on that list. And personally, I was just like, I have no dog in this fight. I'm just gonna be watching for entertainment, okay? Let me just insert what Charlemagne the God had to say first of all, and then I will comment on what Edie Wilson had to say about that.
Elliott, I don't think you should be number 5. Number 4, Charlemagne the God. All right, now let me read this, right? Last year's ranking, number 3, featured on The Breakfast Club, The Brilliant Idiots, known for sensational commentary, asking provocative questions in his Donkey of the Day segment. Most memorable moments in the past year being sampled by Taylor. Elliott, I don't think you should be number 5. Number 4, Charlemagne the God. All right, now let me read this, right? Last year's ranking, number 3, featured on The Breakfast Club, The Brilliant Idiots, known for sensational commentary, asking provocative questions in his Donkey of the Day segment. Most memorable moments in the... I think, Jason, that's what I mean when I say, why are you upset that people are transcending hip-hop? I'm not trying to be the 50-year-old person still complaining about not being on lists, beefing with screamers, doing goofy shit. Starting shit, online with rappers just to keep my name relevant. No, I want to do
there
things.
You heard what Charlemagne had to say. Now, Elliot Wilson was out there, oh my God, crying, throwing a tantrum. And I'm like, you can dish it to women, but you can't take it. What kind of a weak person are you? You can dish it all. You guys can do an entire tag team. You have the Breakfast Club there. You had, back in the day in the Asian, it was crazy, you guys. You had Edie Wilson. You had Charlemagne the God at the Breakfast Club. You had Ebro on the other hand. You had Joe Budden at the other hand. Academics from this angle. They were all tag teaming against one woman. Like, it was literally a tag team. So for people who are capable of tag teaming against one woman, like, imagine the radio station colluding together, all these media personalities colluding together, attacking this woman. So you would think somebody who participates in something like that has got at least the capability or the capacity to take just one jab from a fellow hip-hop media influencer. So this is what he had to say. He said, F you. And then he also went ahead and said, Saka-ish at Charlemagne the God. So these were targeted at Charlemagne the God because Charlemagne the God had said that, he does not deserve to be in the top 5 because he has not been actively doing anything. And then so he also went ahead and said, I want all the smoke. Meanwhile, I'm just looking and I'm just singing, kama, 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 kama. And so, yeah, he was out there spazzing out and things like that. And he said, an HOF career, third mic, brother, crying about my top 5 status, legacy, these knots. I got great content on the way. #2024. Okay, so I guess this was his massive clap back at Charlemagne the God for coming for him. Okay, and Charlemagne was like, I'm not removing my feet on your neck. I will continue. Both my feet are going to be, at your neck. Okay. So Charlemagne did another episode, doubled down on what he said, tore this brother up, said that it doesn't even have a platform, said that going back and forth on Twitter with celebrities, poking these celebrities does not mean that you're influential. And for once, I have to agree with Charlemagne the God.
The reason I didn't think Elliott should be number 5 on the list is simply because I haven't seen the work this year. He's been a troll. That's all he's done all year long.
Because I remember when him and B-Dot would do the podcast, and the podcast was really good.
You know what I mean? But all he's done this year is do a bad DJ Academics impersonation. I don't think that you should be over any of those guys. Number 5? I don't think you should be over Gabe P. Luther, Heineken, and Esso. Because, he had to go to Bagfuel podcast because he don't have a podcast of his own that anybody cares about.
Can you be awarded a rap or hip-hop media award if you don't have a platform?
That's the other thing. You don't even have a consistent platform, my brother.
Does he have a platform? I don't know.
He does, but he don't use it. Rap Radar
was...
2024. Got great content on the way. #2024. Why is it on the way?
Why isn't it now?
Yeah, tell me what you've done over the past year that warrants you be number 5. Wallow and Gilly. Constantly putting out fantastic content, interviewing all of the young artists. All of the young artists, like I said last week, Want to go to Wallow and Gilly be giving them that OG game. Nori with Drink Champs, constantly giving you great hip hop content. Vlad TV, constantly giving you great hip hop content. I don't think that you should be over any of those guys. Number 5, I don't think you should be over Gabe P. Like I said on the podcast last week, Gabe P is somebody who comes out with a show, on the radar that is a rap show. It's literally about the best. The people go up there and freestyle.
So let me just
that is rap.
As an outsider to this, can you be awarded a rap or hip hop media award if you don't have a platform?
That's the other thing. You don't even have a consistent platform,
But does he have a platform? I don't know.
He does, but he don't use it.
Rap Radar was, I thought it was really good.
When the last time you seen a Rap Radar interview?
I remember the interview with, was it Jay-Z where it was,
that was 9 years. I don't even, that was a long
So they
time
stopped
ago.
doing Rap Radar?
I haven't seen one in a long time.
Okay.
Great brand. I know that they wanted, when they lost they didn't lose their last deal. I think the company that they was with
shut down.
Yeah. And then he wanted to come to Black Effect.
Oh no.
We didn't want it.
Oh, so that's why he's.
I don't know if that's the reason why. You know what I'm saying? But
or it's more insult to injury when you weren't interested and you also said he doesn't deserve a spot.
Listen, man.
Yeah.
Well, they haven't, for what it's worth, according to Apple, it hasn't released an episode since December 14th, 2023.
Okay, so let me.
That might have been me. I might have been the last episode.
No, it's Gucci Man but I think it was, intervals shut down towards the beginning of this year.
So let me just understand this. Is your argument to be a figure in hip hop media, you need a platform to disseminate your media?
I think so. I mean, everybody else up there has one. Like anybody. Top 25 list. If you look
Academics has multiple.
Academics has multiple platforms.
Yeah. You have multiple.
And let's talk about that, right? People can say whatever they want about Ack, and I give him his props again. He consistently
he's
works.
involved. He's involved.
Ack might be on screen right now.
He's involved.
Ack might be on his 9th hour.
He's like intimate.
Right now. We might. Every time we're taping this, he might be on his 9th hour of a stream, and this might just be his first time jumping on today.
And he's intimately involved in most of the beefs that are happening. He's like releasing music.
Come on, bro. Daily he's on the screen.
Incredible.
He's got the on the record podcast. Same thing with Joe.
People don't realize
Joe's putting out 2 podcasts a week.
It's a
Nori's putting out a podcast a week.
Yeah.
Gillian putting out not just the podcast. They got their Gillian Wallow adventures. They're always putting out. Vlad is always putting out content.
Gillian Wallow killing it. Also,
Trap Lord Ross got documentaries. There's so many people you can put on this list. Even though I feel like the icons, like the Big Boys and the Angies and the Sway shit. Be on there just because they're iconic and they should be doing something else. Even they got daily platforms. Like we should have another list for them that puts them in their proper perspective of the Mount Morris. Because it just feels strange to me. It's like right now if you said who the top 10 players in the league, and let's just say Bron is at 7.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying he is. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
You'll be like, that don't look right.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Even though we're talking about right now, that don't look right.
Yeah. Like to me, I'm like, if we were doing the top 5 media personalities in basketball, I don't know if we'd put someone on that list that didn't have a platform to disseminate their media.
It's really that simple. The fact that
I don't think that's an unreasonable take. But then would your argument be on the list at all? Now I'm trying to think of this from both angles.
I would.
Are there? You know how like there's some people that like Twitter is their platform.
I could put him at 25.
Okay.
For once, I have to agree with Charlemagne the God, because all Eddie Wilson does is he sits on Twitter and provokes people into responding. And when people respond, he holds on to that response to think of himself as very influential or as very important, like what he did with Nicki Minaj. You see, it's been close to a year after that happened. But here is Eddie Wilson, okay? still holding on to that entire situation, trying to apply that situation to every other situation that's happening right now. So I'm convinced that he does that to feel important. He does that to provoke a response so that it will feel relevant. Okay, so Charlemagne clocked him. He said, "You don't even have a platform. You're acting like a troll. You're acting like somebody who just came on the internet." Okay, and he also said that, well, you're trying so hard to act like academics. Guys, the reads were coming in. I was like, read him, Charlemagne, read him. Now I'm waiting for somebody else to come and read Charlemagne himself. Okay, so yeah, that happened, you guys, and obviously Eddie Wilson lost it and things like that.
Stop. I feel like we just never really clicked like that, and also I just didn't like the last little brilliant idiot shit he did, talking crazy about me being on the list top 5 and shit. Never explaining why I shouldn't be top 5. And I'm just tired of his shit. And it's old school. It's like at a certain point you just gotta say person, like fuck you. Like I'm born 1971. Like it can just be that. We don't have to be cool. We don't gotta pretend. You clearly have an issue with me or you don't like my presence in the game. Like you said, maybe you think I should stand down and be a legend. I'm not here to get this like legendary badge with Big Boy or Angie or Sway. Like I'm here to compete right now in the year of 2024. I know I'm a legend already. Like I still want to compete and create great content. I was hot before you, nigga. Be hot forever. Like it's what it is. Like when you was getting Wendy coffee.
And what was interesting for me in this entire situation is the fact that he was out there acknowledging that, well, there is ageism in hip hop, okay? Because now he was saying, I'm a legend. And when you listen to what Charlemagne was saying, was like, oh, well, you're a legend. You can't be doing the things that people are doing. And his response was like, it's not my fault that I still want to compete. I don't want to be regarded as a legend. I still want to, be active in these streets and things like that. I don't want to stay by the sidelines. And I'm like, oh, what goes around comes back around. As if you guys are not the same men who are saying to Nicki Minaj, you're an icon, step down, step aside so other women can shine. And Nicki's like, this is my passion. This is a craft that I want. This is a form of art that I actually want. So I'm not going to step aside. I still care for this, art. This is the same thing that Nicki Minaj is always saying, but you guys want to bully her into retirement. The irony of it now, you coming out saying that you don't want to be sitting sideways, you want to compete. Oh, how the tables have turned, Eddie Wilson. How the tables have turned. And then somebody said, ageism in hip hop has to end. You two will soon be 40 or 50 something. Shaking my head. Elliott is the maturity in this game some of us need. I don't feel sorry for this man at all. Let him feel it. Let him feel it. Because is it not funny that you guys are always out there age shaming Nicki Minaj, but now you want to cry Elliott? Let these brothers come on your neck. Let them slice you. Like, let them do that because you do that to other people. Okay? You do that to other people. The irony of it all. And him trying to claim, age thing. No, Wilson. You're the same guy who's trying to bully another woman into retirement. But now you're crying. Now Charlemagne the God is out there being ageist against you. Take it, Wilson. Take it. Yo, you guys, it's just a Saturday, and I just thought I should update you about these happenings. An actual property video is going to come anyway. Today I just needed to catch you up to this in case you missed it. I've been wanting to talk about it, but the streets have been hectic. The streets really have been crazy. It's been one thing after the other, so I never really got the time to address it. But yeah, Idiot is crying out there. He's literally crying. And I love to see it. I love every moment of it. I love every beat of him crying because he deserves it, in my own opinion. And Charlamagne was even mocking him, saying that, well, what do you mean the Jay-Z interview that happened 9 years ago? Yes, he's still holding on to that. He is still holding on to that. Hence, the need to tear down Nicki Minaj if she's going against Jay-Z and Bongo too. Please, Charlamagne, whack him one more time. whack him one more time. And whilst we're still at it, I hope academics will one day come and whack Charlamagne behind up. And then we'll just be watching and having a great show of how the dads have fallen or how the dads are fighting. Thank you very much, you guys, for watching. You know what? I need to go and I think after an hour or two, I will record an actual tea video for today. Until my next one, you guys, see you.